Hey, I think everything's good. Say something, Hunter.
What the skibbity?
Okay. Alrighty. We're good now. I have not
I'm a
streamed
board
Wizard101 in
ripper.
a long. Huh?
I don't know. I'm
Also,
just
hello, Diana. I know I
stalking.
already typed it, but I hope you're doing well and welcome to the stream.
I'm just stalking people's conversations in the comments.
Oh, nice. Remember when I used to, when I had Benjamin Thundersword and it was when I was a kid, I fucking stalked people in the comments and reported them if they were. I was like the hidden comments reporter and no one knew. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
telltale, tattletale. That's what it is.
I'm a snitch. I haven't ended up in the
Tattletale.
ditch. That what your mom said last night. Right. You need to go fight that, whatever her fuck her name is,
I just
Sophia
claimed the
Darkside.
first reward from the Spring Scroll of Fortune, and I got a bunch of spellments for spells I don't even own. Yeah,
Nice.
baby.
Hell yeah. Oh, life deck funds. Ah, come in. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
I kind of want to.
Oh,
I kind of want to do the decklathon.
how do you do it?
You gotta use treasure cards.
Oh,
So you can only
you want to
do.
do that together then? I wouldn't mind trying to get the
I
pet.
think it's a. I think it's a solo thing,
Oh
but
shit.
we can do it at the same time at least.
Okay. Also, guess
I don't know
what?
how it
Oh, sorry.
works fully,
Continue.
except for the fact that you need um treasure cards. But anyways, you're saying?
My dad and I, we got our tickets to see Elton Brown live. So we'll be gone.
Nice.
We'll be gone from the 14th to the 16th.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited, and we got VIP too.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see Elton Brown live. He's like my most favorite chef.
What does VIP get you?
I don't know. Besides like going the ability to go in early and like have front row seats or something
Mm.
like that, but there might be more. I didn't ask my dad when he came in. Where is the Life Decathlon thing, by the way?
Um, you go into Gamma's Tower, I think, or you can access it from the arena too. I think.
Okay. Where should I teleport to you then?
I'm buying treasure cards.
Oh shit, I should do that too. So I'm gonna need some death treasure cards, right?
I don't know if that means all the enemies are live. I'm gonna
Like
have to
how
look
many
this
should
up.
I buy? I don't know how much I
You
should
can have
buy.
32 cards. Check your deck. It'll say sideboard. That's how many treasure cards you can have.
Okay, I need to see which has the most. Check. Oh, sideboard. Okay, hold on. 30, 32, 35, and 35. I think I can use my support deck then. Hi, Cry. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is well. Thank you. I hope you are doing well as well.
Yes, all the enemies will be live.
Okay.
So by deathy wethy.
Alrighty. I
Make
don't know
sure
what
that you set
spells I should
your
buy.
death spells,
I mean,
damage
I don't know
spells,
what specific spells. Oh. How
damage
many should
spells
I
in
buy?
general.
Just fill it all up?
Fill it all up.
So I should just... Man, I don't know which ones I want to buy.
I'm going with a couple of banshees, and I'm gonna probably get some of the like I don't know, something that regens health. So like ghoul.
I'm gonna buy 3 or 5 Lord of Knights. I am just stuck doing commission arbiterly vibes. Alrighty. Should I get poison?
Probably not. You might want to, especially because you can only use treasure cards. You probably want to kill things as fast as possible. So probably no dots.
Okay, then I'm gonna grab skeletal dragons. I'm gonna grab like 10 of them. God,
I don't know
that's
if
a
I
lot
said
of
this
money.
already or not. But try to try to set your arch mastery for your deck to death, so you can get the death pips.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the Wiz City library real quick.
I gotta remove my
Forgot that you
empowers
could buy-
quick.
Forgot that you could buy stuff from there too.
Should I get like traps and blades?
Probably some blades.
Alrighty. I mean, death blades. I'm going to grab at least. There's only one. The bazaar right now.
Eastside. Anyway,
Oh,
people were talking about the East Coast and West Coast in the comments, so it's just Eastside.
bazaar. I'm gonna grab like. Okay, 3 race.
There's Hex in the Wizard City library. By the way.
Ooh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna
And
teleport to you
Balance
then.
Blade
Oh, Balance Blade? That's right.
and Death Blade.
Okay. I wanna buy like I'm gonna buy 20 Death Blades. 20 Balance Blades. And like 20 hexes maybe.
55 berries, 55 fries.
Oh, there's Death Trap too. I'm gonna do. What did I say last time? 20. I'll buy 21. Oh, that's 476. I'll buy 21
That doesn't
Death
matter.
Traps.
Again,
And I'll
gold
buy
is
like 3
easy to get in this
BHs.
game.
That's true.
We could just go to Grizzleheim and probably be gold cap in like 15 minutes. Because that one boss.
True.
It is not in Gamma's Tower anymore.
Oof.
I thought it was still... I think originally it was in Gamma's Tower. And they made it so you could get it in the arena too, but now I think it's just the arena.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to Unicorn Way then. Change it to death? Yeah, I did.
I was looking at PvP stuff the other day just because I was curious. And some of the pets look cool.
Yeah.
And I forgot that members don't have to pay crowns to do PvP.
That's true, yeah.
Because that's one of... Like, obviously, PvP in any game is toxic or whatever, but that was one of the major things that turned me off from doing PvP in this game, is having to pay crowns, but...
Yeah. I wish
If
they didn't
I don't
lock
have to
pets
pay-
behind it.
I mean, there's got to be rewards for things.
Yeah. I still find crafting station. Oh, gold
Yeah, you can
skeleton
get
keys.
Declathon. You can get Decklathon specific decks too, which I think allow you to get more spells. Like more treasure cards in your deck at one time.
Holy shit.
Something like
What are
that.
these? Gauntlets. Oh, these are like gauntlets. The wands. Treasure cards, eh? Runes.
Oh yeah, these ones aren't really worth it.
Alright, so do I just go in here
These
to
are more
start
like-
it?
Have you filled up your deck?
I have 4 spots left in my deck. I can just add more shit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Pet Promenade.
Alright, this is gonna be my first ever decklathon. Hopefully I can beat it and get that life pet. I want the life hamster. Because then I could save that life hamster for my life wizard whenever I make one. Alright, let's go in. The tower is a solo dungeon. No regular spells allowed. Enchanted treasure cards are disabled. Will also be disabled. Oh, my stats will be changed. I can't edit my deck inside the tower. Okay, claim my credits. I don't have any. Okay, how do I do it?
Enchanted treasure cards. Are any of my treasure cards actually enchanted? Yeah.
Oh, I
think my
claimed free
ghoul-
credits.
I think my ghouls are all enchanted. They've got an icon next to them.
I didn't know you could claim the credits. Shit.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do the thing.
Going in.
YOLO!
Mellow jacket.
Well, Mellow,
Hey.
do you do?
Only a rank 1. It should be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not wasting... I'm gonna just waste a Banshee on it. Excuse me.
Oh. We don't have a lot of health.
Oh. You have 999 mana, though, apparently. Here you go, Mellow Jacket. Have a Banshee. Oh, you get you get special event points for using spells.
Yeah.
Good. Not big surprise. Ooh, different.
I thought I
Mellow
bought
Jacket and
Banshees, but they're
Sea
not.
Biscuit. Where was my little Sea Biscuit? My health recover? No.
I'm gonna cry! Rawr!
Here's my little sea biscuit.
Oh.
I do have Banshees in my deck, okay. I'm just blind, okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I don't seem to have that high of a power pip chance. It doesn't say what it is anywhere,
Yeah.
but I haven't gotten a single power pip.
Man, I can't believe Imp does so much oh, my pet's healing me.
Mine's not.
Holy shit, my pet just heals the same amount as it would in a normal battle. Well, a little bit less it did, but it did close.
A little bit less it did.
Mm.
Oh, now I get a power pip. Now that I'm complaining
I
about not
have one
getting
more
power pip, I'm
damn
getting
line,
power pip, of
Chris.
course.
Mm.
Oh,
I am about to.
Oh, I'm okay. Where the fuck is my Banshee?
Not enough pips I have.
Kill myself, I will, if I don't get a Banshee. Mm.
Well, the enemy's
No
about to do that
Banshee
for
I
me.
have. Fuck me.
I've got 6 health left.
6, 7?
6, 7.
there's 7.
What? Oh, I'm almost dead. No, not really, but whatever. If I lose in the second fucking round, I'm gonna be pissed.
I almost did. Again,
I have 74 health left. Oh,
I
shit.
have 6 health left. Go, 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 Ranger.
Is there a Power Ranger? What the fuck is going on?
What's going on here?
I'm not getting anything. I'm gonna have to wait the Skeletal Dragon, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to die in the second
Traps
round.
and blades are not really required.
Oh. Then I shouldn't have gotten those.
Because nothing really has that much health.
I have 14 health left.
Fizzle, 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 fizzle. Oh, they put a
I'm dead.
shield on.
Yeah, I died.
Ghoul, 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 ghoul.
Okay, I'm gonna sell those, whatever, then. I'm gonna sell the traps and...
Keep some of them, actually, because ghoul... Now let I look at that... Jesus Christ. Now that I look at it, ghoul only does 180 damage. And this enemy is 250, so any normal one-hit attack will actually kill them. However, ghoul will not.
Oh shit, so I didn't buy any ghoul. Well, I can buy them here. I'm gonna buy like 30, 40. No, not 610. By 50.
Oh, there's a shortcut to the arena here. In the back.
Nice.
I'm ghouling it. I'm ghouling it here.
I hope not.
I'm gonna ghoul.
I'm gonna ghoul. Where's the shortcut again?
Literally.
Oh,
on the
I
other
see.
side.
What's
Open
someone who
your
can't
eyes.
read doing in a library? What the fuck?
Open your eyes, fool.
I can't. Okay, I can go back in.
Yeah, you get 3 credits per day, I think.
Alright, asshole, let's go. Yellow jacket, more like
Mellow yellow.
penis. Oh.
I'm gonna show you my mellow yellow.
Can she touch a your stingaling?
That means pee.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, mellow yellow does.
Aw.
I'm gonna show you my mellow yellow.
Gonna show me mine, Mario? Ah. I killed the hornet. It's dead. Minor blessing? Jesus. Let's go, horsey and...
Okay.
No.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, honey?
I'm gonna pull a
I think you
pop.
get 3 credits per wizard, by the way.
Oh, like... And it's only one day?
Yeah, per day.
Oh, per day, okay. How many
3 credits
how many,
per wizard per day.
how many rooms are there?
I do not know.
I hope it's not many. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to do work. I don't want to do much work. Kidding.
I want the prize at the end, but I don't actually want to put in any effort.
I don't want to put any effort in a video game. Come on.
Want special event point. You get up to 20 special event points by using treasure cards in general, not just in the Declathon, from the event. So you get 1 point total, like per treasure card, but you can only get 20 total account wide. However, you get 1 point for every monster you kill in the Declathon Tower, and that's unlimited. So if you have like a full rank of wizards, like all 6 wizards, you can run through and get
6,
however
7.
many enemies total. 6, 7, 6, 7.
Oh, stop.
It's funny
Just kidding.
because number.
You're a number. Go, go, Goat Ranger. Oh my god.
I'm gonna make a new meme, which is just a really convoluted math expression.
Oh. Where are my traps? Hiya! Oh, it didn't kill. I got more where that came from, idiot. Ah, he fizzled. Stupid. I got another ghoul. Stage 1 complete.
Oh, I think there's a couple floors per stage, and I think there's 3 stages total. I do know that one.
I got a life declafon deck.
Yeah, that actually gives you extra death damage.
Oh, do I equip it?
So that's why you, if you've got it, yeah.
Oh, I can't.
And
I
you wanna go
can't
on
equip
the-
it.
Well, I think it only works in the Declathon area.
Oh, okay. Viridian Blade. Oh, ad break in 5 minutes.
Anyway, more about that meme that I'm gonna create, where kids are gonna be walking through the halls of their school, you know, saying it's gonna be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
What?
It's the quadratic formula.
Oh.
It's
Forgot
from
about
algebra.
that. Oh. Yeah, I forgot about that. And I remember learning about it.
Well, as long as you remember learning about it, I guess.
I killed someone.
Me too.
I'm gonna do it again.
Me too.
Damn!
Stage 1 complete.
Mustache and Viridian Blade. Kill them. Where my banshees at?
Where my Wookiees at?
I hate you.
Oh, where
Oh my
my Wookiees at?
Ah, you fizzled, idiot.
Oh my god. I'm not getting any blades. I'm trying to pull a blade.
I'm
gonna pull a
blading
blade on
it.
you.
I'm blading it.
Ghoul. I don't want ghoul. I don't want it. I don't want it. Ah! I'm getting literally everything but a blade. There we go. Jesus. I went through almost my entire side deck. What in the world?
Oh my god. I get your balance blade.
Not for long.
I'm gonna die.
Better not.
We're all gonna die.
I'm gonna die! Ah! It's Irish! Oh my god, that leprechaun almost one-shot me. Oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking
Gotta watch your
dead.
knees around those leprechauns.
Yep, it killed me. Why was Leprechaun so fucking overpowered? What in the fucking hell? I can't believe it. Lost.
I lost to a bunch of losers.
Oh, the library's lagging my game. I should try it. I might try this one more time. Oh, I can
Make sure you
select
equip
state.
the. Make sure you equip the deck first,
Okay, what's it? Oh, it doesn't.
and make sure you keep that because the next time, if you want to do this again, the next time that the life decklathon is around, you get to keep that, and it gives you extra damage in the.
Because I have
decklathon
0 treasure cards?
tower.
Why? Oh.
I'm gonna die. I got 2 shot. I should probably put some shields in my side deck, my sideboard, my treasure cards.
My Gabagooly.
Power Claw. That's cool.
My Gabagooly.
Swamp Moss.
Of course they start with Leprechaun. It's gonna half shot me. No, never mind, it didn't.
I've shot you.
My pet's healing me though.
Mm-hmm. I think you can upgrade the Decklathon decks too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many upgrades there are of it, but you can upgrade it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know a ton about the Decklathon, but I do know that much. I just don't know how you do it all.
I
can
it
create
all.
the Decklathon deck 1 again for 5 life runes, but Gold Skeleton, nothing.
I should have bought more banshees.
Decklathon,
I might fucking fail this.
Deck Athlete
Dick.
deck.
Power Claw. That's cool. Has a balance blade on it.
There's 10 stages? I thought there was only 3!
Oh, this sucks.
Holy moly! So you can only get up to stage 4 using the Death Decathlete. No. You can go as many stages as you can go, normally. You can make it all the way up to stage 10 if you really try. However, you get the upgrades by getting to different stages? Question mark?
Oh.
Or maybe you get to start at a different stage for having a different deck? I don't know. This isn't entirely clear.
Oh shit. Nature's Wrath. This is gonna probably kill me in one shot.
Vendor
Nope.
Kara Rune Right.
I'm almost dead. Yep, Leprechaun. I'm dead.
Treasure card display. You can get a treasure card thing from the recipe.
All
vendor.
right. I don't like the Decathlon.
I like it.
I just screwed over my chances. So yeah. That's
You'll
great.
have another chance tomorrow.
I don't want to do it tomorrow.
Then don't do it tomorrow.
I'm gonna do you tomorrow.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I'm gonna go put the Decathlon deck in my bank. The fuck?
I don't know.
Oh.
You exactly unlock the second version of the decathlon, Death Cack, whatever they call the deck, Death
Cack.
Deck 2. I don't know how you exactly unlock it because Kara Runewright out here doesn't have the recipe. You probably have to get to a specific stage. But the recipe, the ingredients are 15 life runes, which you get from the decathlon, and the first stage of the death. So,
Hi,
like,
Phoenix. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the
the
stream.
life decathlete deck. So
You're a
you
Wizard Dylan.
use the life
Yes,
deck
I
that
am.
you got from this. You use the life deck that you got from this to upgrade it into the second version, then the third, and there's apparently 10 upgrades, or 9 upgrades, I guess. So 10 versions of the life deck that you get from this.
Thing.
And, okay, so it goes up to 4.
Whoa.
So there is a total of 10, but it looks like the upgrades stop at 4, and then at
shit.
number 5... Nope, at number 5 it requires both the rank 3 and rank 4 version of the deck. Wow. So it looks like it's kind of expensive to get to the rank 10 version of the deck, but the rank 10 version of the deck gives you 150 life resist. Or 150 life block, rather. Or something like that, whatever this icon is. Flat resistance. So it's not like a percentage-based resistance. It's any attack that you take, any life attack that you take, gets reduced by just 150 damage. So if you're about to get hit by 300 life damage, it's actually 150.
Oh shit.
Plus it gives you 10% life damage and a max of 500 health. And a sideboard of 64 treasure cards and 3 sockets. So it looks like that's how they do, that's how you do your build variety, because your gear doesn't matter in the decathlon.
Okay. I feel like I need to
Only
rework
that
my
deck.
solo deck.
Probably. I don't know.
I'm gonna remove everything from it for now. I'm gonna
No.
look at.
Don't.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
No,
Do whatever
no.
you want. Do whatever you
it's not
want.
like I'm gonna
Just
be
responsibility.
using it for a while till I get like side quests, but only if they're like bosses. Because I only really need my monster deck if they're enemies.
Alright, I'm back in Chrysalis.
Alrighty.
Chrysalis. Cry Engine.
CryEngine. Crysona. Where the fuck did you
Cinnamon
go?
Toast Can.
Huh?
I said Cinnamon Toast Can.
Cinnamon. Oh my god, cinnamon. You.
Oh, my mom.
Oh, my name is Markiplier. I haven't done fucking Markiplier, just mentioning Markiplier in like stream forever. What is this?
Excuse
Golden
me.
Horde Chamber. Oh. Hello, everyone. My name is. I'm not Mark.
Where my bookies at?
Shut the fuck up. Nips
Play that
Tower.
on loop on Chicken Jockey.
God. Chicken Jockey. Isaac Thunderthistle. Interesting.
Isaac Thunderthighs.
What? Isaac Thunderthighs. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Okay, Sophia,
actually change
bitch
my-
ass, let's go.
I'm gonna actually change my Final Fantasy 14 character name to that.
Oh my god. All right,
probably get banged.
I'm gonna hit this time. You do your supporting
Okie
part.
dokie. Whatever you say.
Your capybara's eating my cat.
Good.
Fuck you. What the fuck? We need, does this bot cheat? I'm scared.
I don't know. I'll check in a minute.
Okay. I'm so scared. I thought we were supposed to fight Sophia, not whatever this was.
This is a dungeon.
What? I just wanted to beat the shit out of a hamster, chinchilla, or whatever the fuck she is. I didn't want to fight something from hell.
I did. Dylan just really wants to beat women named Sophia, I guess, or whatever her name is. Shadow of the Land. At the beginning of every 5th round, Shadow of the Land will interrupt with Power Nova, dealing damage based on how many laughing Calca minions are in the duel.
Oh, we gotta one-shot this fucker then.
No, we gotta kill the enemies ASAP.
Oh, why?
Because every 5 rounds, the boss is gonna do 3,200 damage, so 3,200 damage.
Oh shit.
Let
me put some.
He doesn't have that much, so just equip your AoE deck.
Oh, okay. You strike then.
He's only got 13,000 health.
Oh, okay.
YOLO.
I thought this was gonna be harder than it was. But
Yeah, we just gotta kill the minions quick because his damage scales with how many minions he has.
all right. Oh yeah, the minions are fucking easy. Literally, Meteor Strike could kill them all. Yeah. They're dead. He doesn't respawn them, right?
I don't know.
Oh god, I hope not.
Oh, yep. He will.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, I mean, that's why we're on an AoE deck. Kill minions.
Yeah. I also, if they don't spawn in time, I have Flame Golem or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh. That's how often he responds them.
It's a random chance.
Okay.
Every turn, when you defeat one, it's a random chance every turn to spawn one.
Alright, I'm gonna use was it Glacial? No, it wasn't Glacial Golem.
Infernal Golem or something like
Infernal Golem, I think, yeah. The bitches!
Choo choo! I'm a
Yeah,
golem that
critical.
makes train sounds for some reason. Choo choo! Bruh.
The fuck did he? Oh, it's Doom and Gloom. My life.
There's one turn wasted. 2 turns wasted, actually, because he canceled out my balance blade with his weakness.
Oh, true.
Oh, actually, sorry, I retained 5% of that, so...
Yeah.
And he put on a... Oh my... Yeah...
Oh, fuck me.
Oh my god!
Anyway, he's.
Shadow
4K
brings
down,
ruin
right?
to all.
This will only do 400 damage since he doesn't have any minions.
Oh, even less. Since we
Yeah, 'cause of the
resist
resist
it.
we have.
It did even less to me than it did to you. Holy shit.
Yeah, you've got really good resist. I've got different boots than you. I think your boots. I have a different helmet and boots to you, and I think the boots that you have is higher resist.
Oh yeah, because I think I'm full on
But my boots
zigzag
are-
gear.
My boots are from a pack that I opened because I wanted the panda pet
Whoa.
from it.
Oh, the Pandemonium pack?
Yeah. So
That's a
wearing
freaky
Pandemonium
looking
boots that I got
motherfucker.
from it. Looks like something from Legend of Zelda.
It does, yeah.
The boat one.
Oh, Wind Waker?
No, the other boat one. By boat, I meant to actually say train.
Oh,
Spirit
I forgot.
Tracks.
Spirit Tracks, yeah.
Is it Spirit Tracks where Zelda gets haunted?
I don't know. I know Spirit Tracks is the one, obviously, with the train.
Yeah, it's Spirit Tracks that she gets haunted. Oh, she becomes a ghost, rather.
Oh. Zelda just can't catch a break.
No. Spirit Tracks is, comes after Wind Waker, canonically.
Yeah. Oh.
One of the characters from Wind Waker, two of the characters from Wind Waker are in Spirit Tracks.
Oh, it did some damage to him. Did that kill him? No. It did a good amount of damage to him, though. Really?
Ha ha! Ha ha! Waste your turn. See if I care. Oh my lord.
Don't worry, whatever he casts, he won't be able. He'll lessen whatever he does.
A blade on, probably.
Oh, what?
Oh, nope.
Rise from the dead.
Shield.
Fuck you!
I'm just gonna hit.
Uh-oh.
This will do like 800 damage.
Oh
since he
yeah,
has
and
one
it
minion.
lessened. Oh, not even.
Oh, it's because the enemy isn't actually in the battle yet.
That's actually pretty cool to figure out. Doesn't count unless they're in the battle. That's a
I'm
good
gonna
way to
punch through your defenses.
That's a good way to cheese the game. Just kidding, I don't know.
Take
Oh, you-
this.
Cuck rag.
PK fire! PK fire!
PK. Go
PK,
gadget.
no.
Nuclear bomb. My god, frost beetle. Oh, I thought that was gonna kill him. Damn, I didn't realize. his
No,
health.
he has like 2,000 health left.
Not for long. I think. Oh shit! Never mind. Oh, the enemy didn't die either. Uh-oh.
Very close to death. It probably only has like 100 health left.
Chili.
And of course they hit me.
That's 71 damage though.
What's a dot? So it's gonna probably do
True.
like 200 damage. He has 9 health left. It's probably gonna do like 200 damage this turn.
Probably.
148.
Bam. Oh no, you killed them. Nice.
We probably could have made a deck specifically for this, but I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Listen to the thunder of the land.
Thunder.
Peace.
I honestly didn't feel too bad about failing an Azteca.
Well
I mean,
done,
people
Spellbinder.
already thought
You
they
have
were
freed
missing
yourself from
and
the
gone
chains of
for
past.
the last like
Continue your
100
ascent.
years anyway, so
Shadow
what's the
magic
difference?
enhances your skills and
Oh,
strategies.
I'm listening to
blends with your
Sophia.
repertoire of spells and
You went
builds
past
to new
me.
effects. But every shadow spell carries the risk of backlash. You could very well be the instrument of your own defeat.
Oh, that
Now,
sounds
show
great.
me how well you know your magic. Prove that you are a true Promethean wizard before I let you touch the other side of reality.
Merlin Ambrose mustn't be too upset about us learning shadow magic, because it's not like he's tried to intervene yet. We know he can, like, astral project himself wherever we are.
No. Wait, this is the Mantis Hunter's Raymond's better?
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know if you were. I don't have my thing up, but I have my stream up.
I guess I'll look at your stream.
You want me to share my screen?
No.
I don't think this is better. No. Probably isn't. It gives me more.
Damage.
Huh?
It does less damage.
Yeah.
That's what you
so
care.
that's clearly not better. Oh, there she is. Okay, you can hit this time.
Okay.
Put my support deck on and let me know when you're ready. When I should go in.
Okay.
You want me to go in
Second.
now? Oh, okay.
No, I'm looking to see those boss sheets.
Oh yeah, that's
She
right.
sure does.
Oh god.
At the end of the first round, Sophia will summon Arcan Moonblade. He becomes active on the third round. Rise, Arcan Moonblade, be my sword. If Arcan Moonblade is defeated, Sophia will resummon him 2 rounds after. Then Arcan Moonblade cheats. Bring your sword to my cause. The round, Arcan Moonblade will summon a Dread Paladin until all dual slots are filled up. If Sophia is defeated before, a third Dread Paladin will be summoned. So, basically, kill.
Okay.
Oops.
Hold on. Oops.
Oh well. I already got pulled in. I hit the wrong button. What? I equipped my boss deck and it's my AoE.
Uh-oh.
Don't do anything.
Okay.
Oh,
My
no, I'm
draw.
just
Oh, I thought I
illiterate,
got rid of
apparently.
those. Shit. She's gonna hurt me.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, it restarted the thingy.
Yeah, that's why I asked you not to do anything.
I didn't know it does that now. Holy shit. That's really good. Damn, King Xyle making good changes. Oh, I forgot to change my thing from death.
That's fine, it doesn't matter. Well, actually, it might matter because you've got healing spells. Okay, good. He's an elite, not a boss.
Should I use Wildfire?
If you've got nothing else to do, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't get rid of it.
She has Sanctuary, so she might.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I mean, if she casts Sanctuary, that's good for us too, regardless.
Oh, healing. That's
it's not
right.
like Doom and Gloom where we get nothing out of it.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, I'm gonna put a boosted Wild Blade on you.
Okay.
Or yeah, Wild Blade. Boosted Wild Blade.
I'm boosting it. I'm boosting it.
Uh-oh. Wow, that looks like
That's
something out of
pretty
World of
cool.
Warcraft.
Kind of does, yeah. Actually, There's an enemy, or not an enemy. There's a character in the current expansion that has wings
Nice.
that look kind of similar,
Oh shit.
but the rest of him
Wow,
looks completely
copying
different.
Wizard 101? Just kidding.
Nah, that character's been in the WoW story since I think like Warcraft, not even like World of Warcraft, like
Oh. I'm gonna use
actual
a normal
Warcraft.
Wild Blade on you.
Okay.
You fucking bastard. Whatever.
Sophia, Sophia, Sophia.
Sophia the First
Sophia.
took away my wildfire. I'm pissed. I'm gonna cancel her Disney.
Also, I don't know
Junior
where
show.
you got the idea she's a like chinchilla or whatever you were calling her. She's a mouse.
Okay, so I was correct for the first thing I said. Why am I not getting anything? Okay, I'm gonna use boosted feint on her.
How dare you be wrong?
Well, no, I said that was the first thing I said, and then I
know,
said
but then you
mouse,
said- Then
chinchilla,
you said,
whatever.
then you said the wrong thing.
You're the one.
I am the wrong thing.
Excuse me.
Look out, Dylan. She's about to heal.
Oh no, not her full health. You know, I just realized why I'm saying I don't have anything, because I keep forgetting I'm using my support deck. Such a dumbass. Ooh, I got some good shit. I'm gonna use a ad break in 5 minutes. I'm gonna use a boosted elemental blade on you,
Okay.
and then I can use a boosted elemental trap on her. Zero damage, DM.
It's because she has blades. I think her contract to not take damage at the end of the effect.
No,
Is-
she put on a spirit armor.
The blade. It's only 400 damage. It's not gonna matter.
Oh. Yeah, I keep forgetting it doesn't matter unless you're like low level.
Yeah, because we're
Oh my
about to do like 100. We're about to do like 120,000. I think we
Yeah.
can spare 400.
Also, I forgot who used to call themselves a humongo frog or say they look like a humongo frog. Oh, I got stunned.
Malika.
That we used to Malika, that's right. I forgot she used to call herself a humongo frog. I wish she would play with us again. I miss playing Wizards with her as well. But she's been busy, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna put that elemental blade on, boosted elemental blade on you.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, I have been getting very bad luck with my power pips. I got 3 normal pips. Stop hitting me! I don't want to die! I'm gonna die!
Oh, you smell like death. I bait her.
Fear the Reaper.
Did you say fear the Reaper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure I listened correctly. I'm gonna put a boosted elemental trap on her.
Well, it's too bad she's about to die.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Haha,
Uh-huh.
stupid. Ah! Flashbang Margaret Thatcher. Why am I now imagining Margaret Thatcher's face replacing the Sun Serpent's face? That would be so fucking funny.
Strange man.
I know. God damn. We just killed her. We just killed him again. They're gonna die too.
Go on the far right might not. No. He still took 33,000 damage.
You fight like
Touching
Oh my
shadow.
god, I got a
Titan
bunch of spell mods.
spellbinder.
Same.
You are a child of light and the light bringer, but now you are also a child of shadow.
I guess you can call me the Shadowbringer.
I don't know. I can't remember the theme.
I think she just called us the Lightbringer. So if being a child of the light makes you the Lightbringer, then being a child of the dark makes you the Shadow, or child of the Shadow.
The dwarf.
makes you the Shadowbringer.
I hate the dwarf though.
I bring shadow and light.
You have done very well,
Wizard101
Spellbinder. It is
Shadowbringers.
my honor to teach you how to inscribe a shadow magic spell into your repertoire.
Am I even gonna use this shadow magic?
I don't know.
Oh, great. The sound dialogue is loading. So I'm gonna read this. And it begins with a pact. You must let the shadow in, as I have. Within the darkness are creatures, forbidden from the spiral, scratching to get in. That sounds dangerous, lady.
So let them in. Let them attach themselves to
Her
you.
voice changed.
Experience
What the
through
fuck?
you, and they will enhance your own power.
At least I think it
This
did.
pact need not be feared.
It did.
The creatures are not malevolent. The shadow is not evil. But its loyalties are to itself.
Yeah, her
Banished
voice
As
changed.
it was from our realm. Thus, shadow creatures demand a tribute when summoned that the native beasts of the spiral do not. Our magic for theirs. Light for darkness. Here, I will show you. This will lead you to a shadow of this tower. There, you can meet these creatures and learn their ways. See what we offer you. And
Oh, it's
then
a
you
shadow
will
pact
want from a
tutorial.
pact of your own.
Got shadow oil. First, let me see this guy. All right.
It's a
What?
boss,
Enter the
by the way.
portal. Learn the true
Solo
nature
boss.
of shadow magic.
Oh
Enter
shit!
the portal.
I hope he doesn't
Learn the
cheat.
true nature of shadow magic.
Her voice is different
It
again.
It won't let me in the portal. Okay.
Walk backwards and then walk back forward. I'm just gonna skip the tutorial. I don't care.
Well, it's a tutorial, so I'm gonna do it.
I'm just gonna.
There are many different shadow creatures
What the fuck?
that offer
Yeah.
unique advantages. But to call on them, you need the magic of their domain.
You did.
Shadow
The
magic
voice
is
changed the
fueled
third
by
time.
pips, like any other magic, but it often uses a unique variant called the shadow pip. See this gauge? It fills a little
God,
each
low res
round,
image.
depending on your proficiency with shadow magic, your shadow rating relative to your enemies. When it is full, you gain 1 shadow pip the next round, up to the maximum number of shadow pips you can carry, which for now is 1. Some spells may require a combination of shadow and normal pips, which you will continue to accrue normally. For now, let us pass the turn, so you can gain a shadow pip.
Girl Ambrose. She's making me do bad things.
Jesus.
With that shadow pip, you will be able
Let
to
us
call upon the
burn!
Shrike,
I don't
assume
wanna
its shape,
burn!
and add its power to your own. But
Girl
beware the
Ambrose.
cost. For each round you spend in its
Stop
form,
him!
the Shrike will
Oh, I
demand
see
the
what-
magical energy of helpful charms.
I see what these do then. They do boost you. Okay.
Let's prepare for this pact by casting a blade.
Her voice changed back.
Call upon the Shadow Shrike. Let
Did
its
she
power
just
and shape
Put on that
envelop you.
voice because she was talking about shadow magic?
Maybe.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I thought the shadow creature was slapping my ass.
I am.
Oh?
Now you and the Shrike are as one. In its
Oh,
form,
I thought that said
your offensive magic
Sephiroth.
is boosted.
God.
But the spirit of the Shrike lingers behind you and waits. It waits for you to make good on the bargain you struck. See the scroll? It means the shadows demand tribute for the Shrike. That is one charm each round.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you fail to pay, the shadow will take its reward from your health instead, growing ever more ravenous.
That's
You must
terrifying.
be prepared to pay it each round until the contract.
Oh, this is where we get our next damage spell.
Now let us see the power
Oh,
we are paying
nice.
for.
Fire from above, level 100. Oh wait, no! No. We can get a shadow fusion from here. So fire from
Oh.
above.
I'll have to check in a bit.
So fire
The
from above
strike
itself
increased
only
your
does
attack, and
415
it took you
damage,
blade as
but
a
it's a
payment.
5 pip spell. And it also adds 30 fire traps to whatever you hit with it.
30?
30%.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was about to say 30 fire traps? What the fuck?
And then if you fuse it using shadow magic, you get Night Raid, which does 1,620 damage, still for 5 pips and a shadow pip. And it adds 4 40% traps. And
Thank God.
something with a shadow icon. Health incoming?
That foe matches your strength. But can it match us both?
I think we need
Long
to get
have I let
the
my
actual
own pact
full-on
flow.
shadow pack
Let
for
me
that if
show
we
you
don't
what we can
already
do.
have it.
Casting
Let me
this
check my
blade
spell
should
deck.
help
Yeah,
cover
we
the
already
next
have it.
round.
Shadow Fiend. 25% damage outgoing and 25% pierce.
Unfortunately,
Plus 1
there
fire
wasn't a
pip
charm to pay the Shrike this
and
round. It
shadow
looms over you, growing for each
damage
missed payment.
pierce. I don't know how to actually interpret this spell. But does this stack with Berserk? Do shadow packs stack?
Excuse me.
Alright.
Ow!
Your pact with the Shrike will end
I guess
this
I'm gonna
round.
go to
So let's take advantage
Unicorn
of that
Way
damage
or
boost
something and
once
test
more.
this. Can I learn stuff from the other? No, this is each one of these are school specific. But you can basically unlock a shadow version of your normal spells.
That's cool.
Starting from the next spell we get. Nova. Nova is Myth. Fiend is Fire. Seraph is... Oh, I'm still talking to Fiend. I want to talk to Seraph. Seraph is Life. I could have guessed that. Shrike. It's probably Storm. Yeah, Shrike is Storm. Shepherd
You
is
paid for 3 rounds of Shrike. with
probably,
2
yeah,
blades
it's Death, and
one
then that
with your
must mean
health.
that Trickster is
This is the
Balance.
challenge with Shadow
Yeah.
Packs. You must always be attentive of their cost.
And then you can also
Oh,
get
but what
Spellaments
power
for
they
your
grant you.
Shadow
Apart from their
version
form,
of the spell
shadow
by
creatures
trading
can
the
also
normal
help
version
you
of the
enhance your
Spellaments
spells with
here.
magical fusion.
And it's
When
1 to
trained in the
1.
practice of
So if you have
fusion, you can
one
imbue spells from your hand with a pact
Spellament
to access
for
greater power.
Fire from Above,
Unfortunately,
you can
these
turn it into
mortal
1
forms wither,
Spellament
so
for
we may require
the Shadow
a more
version
defensive strategy to
called
win.
Night Raid, I think.
Form a new
And what
pact
does
with a
Arcane
sentinel.
Moonblade have?
It will
That's right,
both attack
those.
the adversary and shield you. Note,
Sophia.
the price of this pact is helpful charms
pretty
from
cool.
an enemy. Luckily, our enemy has such charms. Cast the sentinel before the opponent has a chance to use those charms.
Sentinel seems interesting. Oh damn! 3 tower shield. Okay. Minotaur.
You see how the Sentinel's shield
I'm
helped us
looking at a
resist that
form,
attack?
like the Wizard101 form, just the
We are
normal one.
protected. The
And
enemy
a
is
lot of people
vulnerable.
really
Now,
liked Chrysalis when it
finish
came out.
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's long, but it's good.
It's not Marleybone. That's all that matters to me.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making noises.
I don't know either.
Be warned. Winning a battle does
I love
not
creating
erase
noise
your
pollution.
debt to the shadow.
God.
It will take its remaining payment, but now from your health, and only your health. Now,
If there was a
I
fine
sense a
for
shift
making
in the
noise
darkness.
pollution,
The
I
shadows
would
are
be
stirring. Quickly,
bankrupt.
this way.
Which way, lady?
There. The shadows have noticed our efforts. They have come to form a pact with you. After the pact is made, the shadow will always be yours to call upon. As your relationship deepens, they can also teach you new spells and fusions. As for which creature to pact with, well, each breed of creature offers advantages to the techniques of each magical school. Listen, and one of them will call out to you.
Burn.
La 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 la
Use
la
the
la
burn.
la
Fire,
la.
the only light, and it consumes like pyromancers, bright lights of destruction.
Oh, I can choose?
I forgot that the world gate is literally just on the ground in Bastion. Like it fell over.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, I have to talk
No,
to
you don't.
Fiend.
Yeah, you don't get to
pact is
choose.
seared
Each
with
fiend,
12
each
souls.
shadow creature is a
Now
different
Okay.
school.
burn.
Fiend is fire. However, if
Dude, he
you
sounds
like,
angry.
if you dip into life magic more and you get more spells, you can get the shadow version
Nice.
of life
You will
stuff, I
not
think.
regret this pact, I promise you. And you can return here at any time to commune with your shadow creature and
Oh.
deepen your bond. The shadow may seem bizarre, its creatures untrusting, but they need not consume you, so long as you mind the price of any spell. If you do, the shadow will always be yours to control, and you'll be able to shift easily from its darkness to the light. Now,
We have reclaimed the
I got a
Eclipse
pet.
Tower. Let us send a
Wait, no, I
signal to the
didn't. Hold
Shadow
on.
Queen that you are more than ready for her.
Got a badge.
Place the moon's crown on the Lunar Warden statue and watch how Morganth's terrible curse unravels.
No, I didn't. Okay. It was Pet XP, I think. So, how much of the shadow spell should I add to my deck? To each of my decks?
I don't like an aura, so probably only like one or two.
Alright, so the monster deck, I'll add one. Boss deck, I'll add one. Support deck, I will add. I don't really need it in my support deck. Okay. Go then. Oh shit. They have spells in here. I didn't know they. Okay. Look at what Fiend has. Darkened Spellaments? Train.
Yeah, they're the shadow versions. They're the shadow
these are
versions of
all-
basic spells.
Well, these are all free at their specific level. That's cool. Oh,
Yeah, again, they're just the shadow versions of spells that we'll already have at that level.
okay, which one
like
is the life
Night
one?
Raid is the shadow version of Fire from Above.
Okay. Oh. Seraph, that's the. Let's see if they have a healing one. Huh. That's literally Cthulhu. What the fuck? The world? Holy shit. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure reference?
The purified...
With Bastion restored to its ancient
Really?
glory, perhaps it can once again serve as
How
a
many quests do we have left in
stronghold of
part
light.
1?
I don't know.
You are a joy to watch.
I don't know.
Head back to Bastion and see with your own eyes what you've achieved. Look for Unamoon Dancer, who was once a
Final
dancer.
Bastion doesn't really say when the end of part 1 is. It just says when the end of Chrysalis as a whole is.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, Bastion's
Did-
changed. That's cool.
Yeah, once you put the crown on that thing, it changed.
Oh my god, that's cool. Zeltana is still here. Oh my god, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kill Zoltana now.
Oh boy. Oh, there's some side quests. I'm gonna grab them quick.
I'm kidding. You don't actually.
Oh, okay, good.
You have to.
But I want to. Huh?
Me
I am
too.
grateful that you lifted the Shadow Queen's curse, Spellbinder, but this newfound life brings me only misery.
Fort
My
Rockius
last memory
Central
is
Keep.
coming to the silent market with my betrothed Issel to procure a nuptial chalice
Chrysalis,
for our
Chrysalis, Moon
wedding. I
Vessel.
was paying the silversmith when Issel darted off to buy flowers. The next thing I know, I was here, alone, save for this chalice. They tell me that in the ages I was frozen, all of Chrysalis changed. Life as I knew
Fort
it was
Rackius
gone,
is quest
yet my love
157.
for Issel
I don't know what quest we're on. I have to finish this dialogue.
Bury this wedding chalice
I
in a
am
favorite
on-
spot
well,
where the
I'm on
waterfalls
Restoring
and
the
bastions,
Past.
So I may lay these memories to rest.
Oh, I just need to go to the water's edge here. I can do this side quest like right.
107 is what you're on. I think we're. I think I'm only like one quest or something ahead.
Okay.
So
That's a-
if the final like dungeon starts at 126 and ends at 150. Oh, actually, that might be part 2 right there. I don't know.
Oh, you startled me.
I think 144 is the end of part 1. It looks like maybe.
Excuse me. I'm so honored to meet
So yeah,
you.
we're kind of close to the end of
I
part
know
1.
I
We're like
should be happy to be alive
35-ish
and free of the
quests.
Shadow Queen spell, but I'll never have my life back.
Oh, Edge of Forever. That's what
Never
this
mind
person
me,
said.
Spellbinder.
That's
I'm just a
140
poor,
exactly.
heartbroken
So
mouse.
we are
What do you have there?
33 quests
What are
away
you
from the
doing
end
with
of
our
part 1.
nuptial chalice? Tristram lives? Please, take me to him.
Yes, lady, I will take you to your love. Where's my thing pointing me? Okay, fuck you. This was a very easy side quest.
Am I dreaming? Isolde, my love! I never thought I'd see you again!
Nor are you, my
Sabina.
dear Tristram.
Dry your eyes,
She's a
sweetly.
bee named
We're
Sabina.
finally able to explore this new world of ours, together.
This is so cute.
Spellbinder, your
gonna blow
courage
you
brought life
Aw.
back to Bastion, and today your compassion brought back love.
Love? That doesn't exist. Kidding. Wow. XP.
Does if you're not a loser.
It doesn't. You're not a loser. Jesus Christ, Hunter. Gotta hit me with the facts there, Jesus.
Yeah, there. That's what I get paid for.
You don't get paid for anything with me.
Are you sure? Your mom's
well,
been paying me for years to hang out with you.
What? Fuck you. I only pay my phone bill for you.
Hello.
I only pay you my phone
Do you
bill.
know what happened here?
No, I don't think you
My goodness.
understood
Cousin,
what
you
I
know
said.
So much has changed.
Say what you said again.
There's
I'm
work
probably
to
being
do.
stupid.
Your mom has paid me for years to hang out with you.
That's the end of stream, everyone. I'm done. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
I saw someone say that on TikTok like 2 nights ago. It's like
Sorry, everyone. Stream's canceled.
it was like a Reddit. It was like a Reddit thing. It was like a Reddit thing. Someone posted on Reddit, and it was like, I just found out that my supposed best friend has been getting paid by my mom to hang out with me.
Oh, that is horrible. Anyways, end of stream, everyone. I'm never streaming again. I'm gonna go kill myself now. Goodbye. Jesus
Quickly,
Christ.
Spellbinder, where is the king? Do you know any who might know what happened to King Ulrich?
I ate King Ulrich. Sorry, he was delicious.
Zaltana does seem to be the resident expert. You aren't sure how Zaltana and Una will get along. Maybe you had better ask and then return with the answer.
Hunter. Ozzy. I'm gonna go talk to Ozzy. Sharon! Oh, wrong Ozzy. Mistwood. What in the sassafras, man?
Lesto toe biter.
What? Wait. What? Is that a wizard's name?
That's an enemy's name.
What the fuck?
I'm supposed to be
Balesto toe biter.
but they're cruel bats.
Celesto or Molesto?
Balesto. B-A-L-E-S-T-O.
Balesto,
It was fake.
I don't want him to
Yeah,
touch. I don't want him
Billy
to bite my
Bob.
toes.
I do.
Can you clear the cruel bats out of the ragweed meadow in the last wood so I could get me work done?
You want me? You work done? Oh. Okay, gonna go talk to Zaltana now.
I'm gonna work on you.
Gonna talk to Zendaya now. Oh, I spawned right near her.
Did you see that?
He was killed in the final
Zendaya
days of
and
the siege of Bastion.
what's his name are getting married now?
White Wolf was driven into exile.
I don't know what his name is.
That Ulrich died in a
Spider-Man?
skirmish war. His daughter, Cimmeral
Wait, she was
Roseshore,
dating Tom
queen for
Holland?
many years until her
Yeah.
son became king.
Oh
For,
shit!
like,
And they're getting
years.
married?
Yeah, Tom Holland proposed the other day, apparently.
Aw.
I couldn't remember his name.
Hyatt Morningsword became the nominal
Remember,
king of the
kids,
Burrowers.
love
I was
isn't
thinking
real
Tom
if you're a
Petty.
loser.
Some months back.
I was thinking Tom Kenny, but that's SpongeBob.
And he's not alive anymore, right? And I know he is.
What?
It's the
Yeah, he
creator. It's
is.
the creator of SpongeBob that isn't alive. I'm
Why
an
do you
idiot.
ask? I will let you bring Una Moondancer back up to speed.
Put some respect on my man's name.
Alex Swiftbolt. They're following me. They're gonna hurt me. I touch my bum bum.
So many lost kings and queens. This mantis whom you just spoke to, Zaltana the Mirror Mask, how closely does she serve the Shadow Queen? Do you think you can enlist her aid in finding King Piot, or will force be a necessary motivator?
I have to go all the way back to talk to her again? Oh my god. I'm stuck.
I want to
tank
something.
controls.
I want to say something, but it will dox me, so I'm going to DM you.
DM, yeah, I was about to say DM it to me and let me know when you say it. Hello, Ricer. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream.
Alright.
Oh, you sent it to me? Oh my god. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And so it comes to this, Spellbinder. Cards must be revealed, masks stropped, secrets laid bare. Whom do you serve, wizard?
I served your mom.
The Council of Light. I cannot speak to that. I hear only distorted echoes and half-forgotten words.
Forgotten word. Yeah.
But let us say I have known something of your agenda since you arrived. And I have supported you.
You're in the same world right now. Oh, that's cool, dude. Hope you're liking Chrysalis. Pretty fun from Hunter and I.
I am the one known as...
Zaltana was Cornelius?
Yeah, Chrysalis is a pretty good world.
Is this something I should have realized the whole time?
It wasn't entirely obvious. I mean, it was pretty obvious that she was helping us.
Yeah,
and
that makes
probably
sense.
knew who we were, but
damn,
it wasn't really
I was
obvious.
Born across the Starfall
who she
Sea
was.
and raised under the aegis of the Shadow Queen, I have long sought other answers. I was found by the
Man,
Fifth
you are
Column,
almost to
the
level
secret
100.
force
I
who
gotta do my
opposed
side
the Shadow
quests.
Queen. My role was to
oh,
stay
yeah,
in
yeah.
Bastion, hidden but visible. I was to help the burrowers and to watch for the one who would bring light to the dark place.
That way
Oh,
you
ad
can
break
get
in 5
fucking
minutes. Okay.
I suspect this is you. However, if I am
Yes,
wrong
it is
by
me.
coming out, I risk the unending depths of the Shadow Queen's rage. I very much hope it is you.
Nope, I'm gonna work with Morganth and I'm gonna kill everyone here.
Me?
I'm gonna Aztec in this place.
To the task at hand.
I
After what you've
love
done,
committing
I'm sure
atrocities.
Queen Sabina will help you find the lost.
You just hit level 100. Do you want to farm Darkmoor together? Am I level 100 now?
No, not yet. You're close.
Oh yeah, I am close to level 100, but I'm probably not going to be farming Darkmoor in this stream.
Yeah, probably next stream, because once you do those side quests, you'll hit level 100.
Yeah, either next stream if I do stream Wizards, or when Hunter and I play again. Is there a way I can send? If you want, you can add me. Is there a way like I can send someone a friend code or something from Wizards? I forgot. And
No,
we
you
can
gotta
farm
meet up in
together.
the same realm.
Ah, okay. 'Cause if you do
Oh,
want,
wait.
like,
Oh
if
wait,
we're
they do
on-
have friend finder codes now. I forgot about that.
Oh, nice.
If you open your friends list and then you click more friends, the first bubble all the way to the left will be a create friend finder. Oh, that's for
Okay.
true friend.
Oh, shit.
Never mind.
Damn. I mean,
Yeah, you
if,
have
if,
to meet up in
Yeah.
in the same.
Here,
zone.
I'm gonna
I mean, I'll-
snooze the ad quick. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Ricer. If you want, we can meet up somewhere, and then I can add you as a friend, and then next time we're on.
Bastion.
I don't know if you have a Discord, but I can probably send you a friend request on Discord as well. And if you want, next time we're on, I can let you know, and we can probably farm Darkmoor. I think from what I remember, we at least Hunter and I just need like three new pieces of gear from it. I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. But if you have a Discord, let me know in chat and I'll add you, and then we can find somewhere to meet up on Wizards and we'll add you. As long as you're okay with it, of course. I just want to make sure. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah,
And I
we'll
just
wait here
posted
then.
our realm.
Thank you, Hunter. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait right here. Dylan Fireblade and Cody Silvercloud. Honestly, if we can get a third person for when we do Darkmoor, that would be really good. Okay.
Right.
Let's see if I can add you. Let me copy and paste quick. I will be player one Dylan, and Hunter is hypercharged too. So if you get friend requests from those people, that is us. I gotta remember how to add people in Discord. Oh, are you Carlos? Oh, yep, he is. Nice. Okay, where's the Discord?
Nice to meet you.
Ad, friends? Yeah, nice to meet you, dude.
You go to like the direct message area. You click friends and then paste it there.
Okay, I sent him a friend request. Perfect.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Alright, perfect. I like your mount, dude. Yeah, that's cool. Exalted Typhoon Weaver. Oh, that's cool. Your Storm, I'm guessing? Oh, yeah, nice. Storm. You just opened the Bronto packs an hour ago and got a permanent one in 3 packs? Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So you want to know the funny story about my Gulcher pack? It's kind of stupid of me, but I wasted a lot of money. No, I'm going to. It's something I should bring up because it was my mistake. I spent a lot of money getting crowns for the Gulcher pack, and then I had my sister come upstairs with me to because I was like, hey, who knows? Maybe if you're here with me, I'll be lucky enough to get the Fire Gulcher. After many times I did it, it only took her to come upstairs to my room, and I got the Fire Gulcher. I also have 2 other Gulchers, I think. What, Hunter?
Said all for 3% fire damage. That we don't need.
Yeah, I wanted it. I wanted it. Come on, man. Yeah. That was my luck with the Fire Gulcher.
Just to flex on you, Dylan, I'm going to open a pack right now.
Alright.
I don't know what pack. I'm going to open one of them.
Hunter knows how much. Hunter can find out how much money I did spend on those packs.
I don't even want to know.
But hey, at least I was on disability. Oh, you got the wrong Bronco? Not disability. I was on unemployment.
What
got the wrong
use of
Bronco
my
though, and
tax
tried
life.
another 10k crowns and didn't get it. Oh god, yeah, that sucks.
What mount or pet do I want?
Also, ad break in 3.5 minutes. I forgot to mention. What did you get from the pack?
I haven't opened
Hunter?
one yet. I'm looking at the different.
What crowns do I have?
Like mounts and stuff.
I have 254. I don't think I can open a pack.
No, they're 400 crowns.
Yeah. I should go talk to Queen Sabina.
Sabina
Carpenter? Alright,
I'm
gonna go.
Pets from the new pack. The dolls. That one that you zoomed into really close.
Oh, that creepy ass doll.
Yeah.
Oh, why does every game have to add creepy dolls? I hate creepy dolls.
The moon. The moon. I'm gonna open the moon.
Orpheus moon. Orpheus moon.
No, not that moon. Not that moon.
Oh.
All right, time to open this pack.
Yeah, let me know what you get.
Because I have the crowns. All right. I got shoes, a pink teddy bear, a one-day mount. That's it.
Wait, what is the pink teddy bear? Was it
it's a housing thing.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna go talk to Queen Sabina quick.
Yeah, I didn't get anything good. No pet.
What level
no
are you again,
mount.
Hunter?
99.
Oh, okay. Maybe tomorrow, if you do reach level 100 tomorrow, Hunter, and if you do want to play Wizards, we can.
We've got D&D tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Thursday.
Maybe Thursday. Yeah, we can see if we can do Darkmoor with Ricer tomorrow. I mean Thursday. Thursday, I meant, sorry, because we got D&D tonight. Because I can either stream or I can message him on Discord, or we can either of us can.
Yeah, I'm gonna port to you real quick and show you the mount that I was trying to get. I got a 1-day version of it, not the permanent one.
Oh, okay.
But this is what it looks like.
Oh, it's the oh, that looks like the DreamWorks man.
Yeah, and then the little stars next to it you can get as a pet.
Oh, that's true. I think there's also a plushie that you can get now. That's limited time.
Yeah.
Spellbinder.
But I only got the 1-day version.
Brought to the land is unbelievable.
That's why I don't like packs. I like the mounts and stuff in them, but I don't like gambling.
I like the pets.
Yeah, the pets are cool,
King,
but I have a capybara.
Yes, Ulrich? Ulrich
That's all I
II.
need.
It is so warm in my room. Jesus
His name was
Christ.
Hyatt Morningsword. I dimly remember a report that he
Liches
was
and
captured
Legends
by
gauntlet
Belosto
pack.
Tobar.
Yeah.
Dragons.
I already have the
Burrows.
Liches and Legends
underwater cavern.
gauntlet. I have
Yeah,
all
but
the
there's a
gauntlets.
for it too.
First Wing Zan
Oh, that's
in
right.
Applegate
Blink
Village can
Companion.
tell you how to find Belosto, and with luck, the Lost Mouse King. Tell
Yeah.
Zam it is my
If you,
command.
but yeah, maybe I'll stream Wizard101 on Thursday. Probably same time if you're still on, or if you're down, Hunter, and then you,
Sure.
me, and Ricer can do Darkmoor.
Like Racer? I don't know. I'm
I don't
bad
know.
at reading.
I'm
I
bad
don't
at
have my
reading
glasses
too.
on.
Okay.
I can barely see my screen, my other screen, because I'm like lean back in my
Let
chair.
us
and I
know
don't
if
have my
we are
glasses on.
saying your username wrong. We're bad at pronouncing names, sadly.
I'm just bad. I'm bad.
Bad to the bone. Can't play the thing.
Michael Jackson.
Oh. Oh, I almost went into battle. Oh, there's an ad break going on.
They
I
probably
forgot.
can't.
Hello?
Yeah, they
Have we
probably
met
can't
before?
hear us because.
You remind me of a drone I once knew.
What?
You
How
are
come I
the
got the ad?
Order of the Queen? Of course I will help you. Ah, Belosto Toebiter. He's a foul sort. He took over the water cavern beneath our round dance shrine. He did this when Queen Sabina was in her dark phase.
I'm a sub. I
He
shouldn't be
ignored
getting
him, and We
ads.
were not strong enough to oust him. To reach the water cavern, we need to restore the round
Oh,
dance
thank you,
shrine.
Hunter. Yeah. Oh, Frosty Tools said that. Okay.
The sassafras men stole our wax candles from the shrine. The moon alone knows why. You will have to fight to recover them. And the vile Mago bee robber stole the traditional crystal stinger staff. He dwells nearby. Get these things to begin.
Okay, so we gotta fight the Sassafras man. My monster deck is on. Are you near the Sassafras men, Hunter? Also, thank
No.
you, Hunter, for the Prime.
Hello.
Okay, it said ad break ended. Sorry for the ads, but if we're saying your name wrong, Ricer, let us know. And also, I was thinking maybe I'll stream Thursday night, same time, and we can you, me, and Hunter could do Darkmoor while I'm streaming. If you both are down, I'll have to let you know on Discord as well. Do you want me to go into battle?
Sure.
All right.
Shadow magic, shadow magic, shadow magic. No! No, I missed.
Did you say Hunter?
To do I missed.
Oh, I missed. Did I? Oh no, I didn't fail to meteor strike. Okay.
I don't even have a meteor strike.
Oh. You know what you do have though? Frost beetle.
I have ice. I do have frost beetles, but I'm gonna do something that's a little bit better, even though it doesn't matter. Just because I don't have any meteor strikes in my hand.
Shit.
I got literally
Oh,
everything in
healing.
my deck that wasn't a meteor strike. Which is pretty hard because I have like 2 other things in my deck other than
Oh
meteor
wow,
strike.
it's 8:30 already. Holy shit. Blum. Oh my god.
If they join us for Darkmoor, since they're Storm, they'll probably end up being a hitter.
Okay.
More damage. Which is good because we can support them with Bounce Blade, Elemental Blade.
True.
I've got the Storm Weaving, so that'll
Sweet.
help them. The blade from it.
No, I wonder if like the enemies will have cheats, or the bosses. I mean, which almost like
in Darkmoor, yeah.
But maybe they'll, if they're farmable, they might be like tolerable cheats. Oh, here's
Do you remember the the cheats in Zigzag?
Kind of. The constant raw.
Just nothing
Okay,
but
so
raw.
it should be a little bit tolerable.
And then the Waterworks cheats.
Oh, those
Like
were
a
terrible.
little-
Those were awful.
Did the sniveling bummler send you after me?
I'll hit this time.
Okay.
Oh god, I wonder if he cheats. Oh.
Mago Death Shield. Or Death Shed.
Oh, did you check if he cheats?
I'm looking them up right now. He does not cheat.
Alrighty. Okay, good.
There's no cheaters in my home. Inferno Blade.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh, that's Stegosaurus.
Stegosaur. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ouchie.
Honestly, even if I... Huh?
At 9 or so, I'll probably go do my side quests, then get off Wizards.
Alrighty.
As you were saying?
First I'm gonna put a boosted Wild Blade on myself. I was about to say, even if I don't stream on Thursday, I'll either you and I can message Nicer and do Darkmoor either way. You can probably like drag them into like a voice call if they want to. Yeah, that's actually pretty good too, because I was probably thinking of ending around 9.
I'm being dotted. I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die.
Do you have a boosted Fireblade on yourself?
Why would I have it? You're the hitter.
Oh, it would be me. I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna put a boosted Fireblade on. Yeah. I'm
I
not
was
getting
confused
any.
for a
I'm not
second.
getting any attacks for some reason.
That's fine. You don't even have the pips for it.
Oh, true. I'll probably do my one. Actually, do I have a side quest? I don't think I do. Oh yeah, I did grab one. I don't think I grabbed one. Yeah, I did. I'll do that, and then
Carlos Voidwalker.
And then I will I'm not gonna stream it, but I'll do my side quest with you, and then I'll just get off after it, and then go to bed. Ooh, balance blade. Do I have a balance blade on me? I don't think I do.
You do not.
Oh my god, there's nothing here. Glorious and put balance blade on. Oh my god, this guy is.
I wouldn't cast any other spells that has a pip cost, by the way, just because you've got more than enough damage to kill.
All right.
I've yet to gain a death or a shadow pip.
Need a
Not that it matters because I don't.
Fire
Not that I have anything to spend it on, but
yeah.
Is it a boosted?
Boosted fire trap.
It is not boosted. There you go. I was trying to figure out if that elemental trap was boosted or not that I put on the boss.
What temperature is it right now? It is 54 degrees. Feels warm as hell.
Yeah, it was 70 degrees earlier, and it's gonna be 20 degrees and snowing on Saturday.
Oh, great. Worse.
I love the weather in this area.
Fuck it, I'll just hit.
I would hit. Yeah, I would hit if I were you.
Pain. A nice wildfire. Damn!
Hey, cats, take the traditional crystal stinger staff. I never wanted it anyway.
Uh-huh. Okay, buddy.
Okay, buddy.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He's a big boy. Admitting defeat. Bam! I gotta stop that. I want waffles. I think we got some waffles because I'm kind of hungry.
Remarkable work! You are a true friend to the bees. But there is more to do.
Bees.
A base yellow jacket stole the shrine's singing bowls and sold them to the flame legs in the last wood. Get them back. Then you'll need to buzz through the flower meadow to gather a heady pollen cloud around you. You need to smell like a bee. Then hurry back to me.
No, I don't think I will. Alrighty.
I'm gonna
Put
murder.
that on.
So good.
Oh my god, I'm a slither away from 100. Alrighty, I'm gonna go sell some things at the bazaar, and then I'm gonna end stream.
Oh, okay. But I'll start my cringy side quests.
Cringy side quests, bro.
They're so bad.
No, they're not.
I'm lying.
No, you're lioness. Stop! I don't know what I just did. I went to the commons. That's your first mistake, Dylan. Oh, people talking! My worst nightmare.
Sure, bro. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding.
Virus detected.
Oh, no, Avast.
Abastiani, lads.
Nasty in my nutsack, lads. Oh,
That's kinda weird.
you're weird. Fuck you.
Really?
Yes.
When and where?
Oh.
Huh?
I have to remove these out of my support deck.
Why would Connor say that?
Yeah, I can't believe Connor would say that. And he's not even here to fucking defend himself.
Good.
A defenseless Connor is the best.
Whoa, pump the brakes there, buddy.
Pump the brakes there. I should tell Connor I said that. The defenseless Connor.
I think it's best that you don't.
I'm gonna do it.
You might like it.
You might like it. Gee. Alrighty. End stream. Let's go find someone to raid. Both there are people on right now. If Vivaldi would load.
Boom.
I think I know who to raid. Oh, can I raid Shino? Hold on. And spell their name right. Alrighty. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. And it was nice to meet you, Ricer. We're going to go raid my friend Shino. They are playing Final Fantasy 15 right now. Make sure to give them support and stuff. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Where's my... Okay, there.